brand new podcast that I will be calling College Basketball Talk, where I will be talking about all the recent news and scores that happens in college basketball around the country. And to start things off, we'll be talking about the rankings in the AP Top 25 poll and the Coaches poll that is also ranking the top 25 teams in college basketball. And as you look, Arizona is number 1 with a 17-0 record. And now as you're looking at the AP Top 25 polls and the Coaches polls, you will notice that teams like Wisconsin, Iowa State, Baylor, who have lost this week, is not showing on their record. But that's because these rankings happened around Sunday, late Sunday or early Monday. So the games that these teams lost this week is not showing. And now on to some recent upsets that happened this week in college basketball. And to start things off, we'll be talking about the biggest upset of the week, where the 12-5 Indiana Hoosiers beat the undefeated third-ranked Wisconsin Badgers 75-72. And leading the game in scoring was sophomore guard Yogi Ferrell for the Indiana Hoosiers. And after the victory, the Indiana fans rushed the court at Assembly Hall, which was highly debated around the sports world. And the second and most recent upset was the 9-8 Texas Tech Red Raiders beating the 12th-ranked Baylor Bears by shooting 57% from the field, as you see in the box score. And the third upset I'll be talking about is the 11-6 Washington Huskies, who beat the 15th-ranked Colorado Buffaloes. And during the game, Colorado's best player, Spencer Dinwiddie, tore his ACL and will be out for the rest of the season. And an interesting stat in this game was that the Buffaloes only had 6 total assists, and that is why they lost 71-54. For the fourth and final upset of the week that I'll be talking about is the Arkansas Razorbacks beating the 13th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. And after nearly upsetting the 7th-ranked Florida Gators, the Arkansas Razorbacks came back and beat the supremely young and talented Kentucky Wildcat team, who was ranked 13th, like I said before, in overtime, even though one of the top freshmen in the country, Julius Randle, scored 20 points and had 14 rebounds. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa State Cyclones had 2 huge games this week, and now I'll be talking about those games. And to start things off, I will be talking about the 20th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes, who upset the 3rd-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes Sunday in Columbus, Ohio. And this was the 2nd straight loss for the Buckeyes after losing to the Michigan State Spartans on January 7th. And as you see in the box score, the leading scorer for the Hawkeyes was Ray Devin Marble. And after the loss, Ohio State slid in the rankings to number 11. The second big game happened to be a Big 12 matchup in Ames, Iowa at Hilton Coliseum, where the Iowa State Cyclones took on the Kansas Jayhawks. And coming into this game, Iowa State was ranked 8th with a 14-1 record, as Kansas was ranked 15th with an 11-4 record. And the rankings didn't seem to matter, as the Kansas Jayhawks beat Iowa State 77-70, as their size and athleticism proved to be too much in this game. And as you see in the box score, Kansas out-rebounded the Cyclones 53-36, as Iowa State had a very cold shooting night, shooting 31% from the field, 16% from 3, and 65% from the line. And that wraps up the first edition of College Basketball Talk with your host, Tyler Ferrero. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in next time as I continue to talk about college basketball. So, see you then.